city sleeps beneath a blanket of neon blue. The clock tower chimes, announcing the witching hour. I sit on the balcony waiting alone for you. As the rain pours down, stripping the blooming flower.
I hold a crystal glass filled with a crimson wine, reflecting the street lights dancing upon the floor. I wonder if your path will ever intersect with mine, or if we're just drifters knocking on a locked door.
The air is chilly, carrying a scent of old romance. A nostalgic whisper blowing through the open space.
Yeah, I'm driving through the boulevard, windshield wipers moving fast, chasing after ghosts from a distant obliterated past. The dashboard glow is casting shadows on my weary face, trying to find a destination in this empty space. I park the vehicle, step out into the midnight mist, thinking about the opportunities that we both missed. I climb the stairwell, heavy footsteps echoing aloud, tired of the noise and the pollution of the daily crowd. I see you
standing by the railing like a silhouette, a cinematic vision that I never will forget. You hand me the glass, a gesture of unspoken truce, loosening the tension from a tight, constricting noose. Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, erasing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air, trading our illusions for a truth we finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time.
Yeah. My perspective changes when the clock strikes 12. Into the deepest corners of my psyche I begin to delve. No more defense mechanisms, no more witty punchlines, just a man analyzing all his internal design signs. Appreciate the cadence of your gentle breathing pattern. We're like two distant satellites orbiting around Saturn, far away from the criticism and the public scrutiny, preventing my chaotic thoughts from staging a new mutiny. You teach me how to slow down, how to embrace the rhythm, escaping from the walls of my own self-imposed prison. We take our time, savoring the flavor on our palate, writing our own laws without a judge or a gavel mallet.
The velvet night unfolds us in a warm embrace. The turbulence of yesterday is thoroughly erased. I lean against your shoulder, feeling the steady beat of a heart that found a sanctuary off the frantic street. The world can spin without us for a little while. Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, erasing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air, for a truth we finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, our asylum at the very edge of time. The night is young,
know the world is fast asleep.
We dive into the ocean where the water's running deep.
No reservations left,
we give into the flow.
Yeah, turn the headlights off,
let the dashboard glow, glow, glow. Sip it slow, let the stress evaporate from your face.
Nothing but the moonlight and the music.
On the midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry, we don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time. Midnight sip, just you and me. Yeah, let the city sleep midnight. The barista pours another cup of dark roast espresso. I watch the steam evaporate against the morning frost. You're staring out the window at the people down below, calculating everything we gathered and we lost. The sugar doesn't sweeten the resentment in our cup. We drink the liquid sorrow till our vision starts to blur. It's funny how a single choice can tear a kingdom up and leave us with the ghost of everything we used to were. I trace the porcelain handle with my trembling fingertips, wishing I could rewrite every bitter word we spoke.
Yeah. Pass the mug because my throat is dry from swallowing my pride. I've been suppressing all these demons that are bubbling inside. Look at the dark complexion of the beverage inside the glass. Reminds me of the shadows that we threw across the grass when we were arguing about the petty things that didn't matter. Watching all our expectations shatter like a ceramic platter. I pour my heart out in a message that I never sent, spending every single second wondering where the passion went.
Now we're trapped inside a coffee house surrounded by the patrons, two separate entities avoiding any close relations. I take a gulp, it burns my tongue, a physical reminder that history can be a cruel, unforgiving grinder. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human breaks. The morning rush is whirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. It's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken muddy vision, but through the bitterness a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive.
Yeah, I watch the sediment settle down at the very bottom, thinking about the vibrant summer turning into autumn. My vocabulary fails me when I look into your eyes. I see through the facade and all the clever neat disguises. You wanted something simple, just a peaceful, quiet life. Instead I brought the chaos, the publicity, the strife, the media perception of a madman with the pen. And now I'm trying to figure out if we can start again in this bohemian cafe, listening to the acoustic chords, dropping all my weapons, my artillery, my swords. Just an ordinary man holding a lukewarm paper cup, hoping that you'll look across the table and look up.
The background music plays an old familiar bossa nova, a gentle reminder that the storm is finally over. We don't need to rebuild the walls we spent years tearing down. We just need to find a way to walk through this old town without the heavy burden of the grudges that we keep. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human breaks. The morning rush is swirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken muddy vision, but through the bitterness a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Drink it down. Drink it down, let the down. Drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down. Let the warmth wash away the cold. Stories told, secrets sold, watching love unfold. We survived the frost, we survived the longest night. Yeah, just to focus till the picture's looking right. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We are forced to swallow. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. We got the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken muddy vision, but through the bitterness a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy
sips on the counter, a good out,
and just a bit of brew in the morning light. Brown leaves are swirling down the avenue. The city air is crisp with a hint of coming frost. I walk along the sidewalk thinking about you and everything we accidentally gathered and we lost. The skyscrapers are framing a pale and cloudy sky as street musicians play a melancholy tune. I wrap my wool coat tighter as the wind blows by, wishing that the spring would return to us soon. But there is a unique beauty in this seasonal decay, a peaceful atmosphere that helps me find my way.
Yeah, look at the foliage scattering across the concrete jungle. Reminds me of how quickly a corporate empire can crumble. I'm walking down Broadway, hands inside my pockets, watching the city lights burn like expensive rockets. I used to hate the autumn, hated watching things die, preferring the aggressive summer heat under the sky. But this urban autumn is providing a therapeutic lens, forcing me to make adjustments and creative amends with the reality of aging in the passage of time. Blending my gritty dialect with your acoustic chime. Your piano notes are like the golden afternoon sun, illuminating the path before the day is completely done.
The metropolitan scenery is changing its complexion, offering our weary minds a moment of reflection. We don't need to fight the natural cycle of the year. We just need to stand together until the skies are clear. Inside this urban autumn, we watch the colors transform, finding a way to keep each other incredibly safe and warm. We blend the pavement philosophy with the coffeehouse vibe, a legendary frequency that no critic can describe. Yes, the urban autumn will strip the branches bare, revealing all the honest truths that we finally share.
I remember the days when I was starving in the freezing cold, before my artistic narrative was commercially sold. I was an angry youth running through the autumn mist, with a chip on my shoulder and a tightly clenched fist. But sitting next to you on this park bench today, I feel the old hostility completely melting away. No longer needing to yell to receive public attention, just embracing the quiet maturity of this dimension. We let the leaves fall where they naturally belong, focusing entirely on the structure of this beautiful song. A perfect combination of the gutter and the grace, creating our own paradise in this concrete space. The street lamps are turning on along the Central Park. The rush hour traffic creates a river of bright gold. We are completely comfortable navigating the dark, holding on to a connection that will never grow old. Our synchronization is a beautiful seasonal transition. The metropolitan scenery is changing its complexion, offering our weary minds a moment of reflection. We don't need to fight the natural cycle of the year. We just need to stand together until the skies are clear. Inside this urban autumn, we watch the colors transform, finding a way to keep each other incredibly safe and warm. We blend the pavement philosophy with the coffeehouse vibe, a legendary frequency and no critic can describe. Yes, the urban autumn will strip the branches bare, revealing all the honest truths that we finally share. your rain.
We survive the transition, we welcome the chill.
Standing on the sidewalk, watching the world stand still.
Inside this urban autumn, we watch the colors transform, finding a way to keep each other incredibly safe and warm. We blend the pavement philosophy with the Coffeehouse vibe, a legendary frequency that no critic can describe. Yes, the urban autumn will strip the branches bare, revealing all the honest truths that we finally share.
Jeep walking, we're good, that's right.
The kindling is dry beneath our frozen feet. We watch the sparks initiate the quiet glow. The world outside is rushing down the frantic street, but here inside our sanctuary, we move slow.
I lay my heavy head upon your leather vest and listen to the rhythm of your breathing pattern. We finally found a place where we can truly rest, far away from the orbits of Jupiter and Saturn.
The flame is consuming the wood without a sound, a steady heat that warms a cold and dusty floor.
Yeah, look at the ember drifting upward through the chimney flue. Reminds me of the anger that I used to give to you. I was an explosive device with a short fuse attached, ready to detonate whenever a match was scratched. But you introduced me to a different type of thermodynamics, calming down my erratic panic and my verbal forensics. This ain't a sudden explosion that destroys the neighborhood. This is a slow burn, a steady fire consuming the wood. I dropped the hostile demeanor, the defensive posture, realizing how much energy my old resentment cost. Your vocals are like a warm blanket in a blizzard storm, keeping my shivering spirit incredibly safe and warm.
We don't need a massive bonfire to illuminate the dark. We just need to protect this tiny, miraculous spark. The temperature is rising in a controlled environment, giving our exhausted souls a beautiful retirement. And it's a slow burn, gradual release of the heat, a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light.
I spent my entire youth burning down every single bridge I crossed, never calculating the immense psychological price it cost. I thought that passion meant screaming until your vocal cords tore, leaving nothing but ash and destruction on the venue floor. But sitting here in this cabin, observing your composure, I'm learning the true artistic value of absolute exposure. No longer needing to ignite a public controversy, just throwing myself completely at your musical mercy. We let the tempo breathe like a vintage bottle of port, no longer cutting our deepest conversations short. Two separate elements fusing into a singular entity, reclaiming our focus and our creative identity.
The midnight law collapses into a bed of gold. The room is filled with a comforting, nostalgic scent, a beautiful story that no longer needs to be told. We understand exactly where our youthful passion went. Our synchronization is an undeniable work of art. We don't need a massive bonfire to illuminate the dark. We just need to protect this tiny, miraculous spark. The temperature is rising in a controlled environment, giving our exhausted souls a beautiful retirement. And it's a slow burn, a gradual release of the a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light. Let it cook, let the warmth, let it cook, let the warmth. No more screaming microphones or aggressive tones. Yeah, we are safe from the winter, safe from the cold. Yeah, a dynamic chemistry that never grows old. Just watch the last log turn into a glowing coal.
This is the ultimate satisfaction in my soul.
And it's a slow burn, a gradual release of the heat, a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light. Slow burn, turning into passion. Let the heat think we could relax. Slow burn. The canyon of my mind is vast and completely empty. I scream your name, but nothing ever comes back to me. We accumulated wealth and treasures in plenty, but lost the simple essence of our history. I stand upon the precipice of this dark canyon, looking for a sign, a glimmer, or a spark, wishing you were still my comforting companion to guide me through the terrifying dense dark. The reverberation of our last argument remains etched into the very stone of this abandoned place.
I hear the echo of our arguments bouncing off the canyon wall, reminding me of every single time I caused your pride to fall. I was too stubborn to admit that I was terrified of losing control, allowing my internal monsters to dig a massive empty hole. Yeah. Now I'm standing in the clearing, shouting out an apology, trying to reverse the damage of my destructive psychology. The silence that you give me is louder than a gunshot blast, a painful reminder that the good times are firmly in the past. I try to find a vocabulary to bridge this immense divide, but my ego keeps telling me to bury the truth deep inside. Yet your piano chords are reaching out like a lifeline in the fog, rescuing my spirit from this suffocating swampy bog. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bowls. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunted memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. I used to fill the silence with a barrage of rapid words, attacking every instrumental track like a flock of vicious birds. But now I understand the value of leaving the blank space, allowing your melody to completely illuminate the place. You show me that restraint can be a powerful artistic choice, giving more weight and definition to my gravelly voice. We strip away the distortion, the hype, and the theatrics, focusing entirely on our emotional and creative matrix. No longer running away from the quiet moments of reflection, just accepting our flaws without demanding human perfection. I drop the microphone on the dusty, worn out floor,
realizing that I don't need to fight this war anymore. The wind is dying down inside this ancient valley. The stars are illuminating the dark abandoned street. I no longer feel the need to constantly keep score or tally every single mistake or painful historical defeat. Our spirits are finally learning how to gently coexist. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bowls. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. For either of us to lie, just listen to the absolute quietness right now. We finally figured out the answer somehow. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. Nothing left but the truth. Peace out. My fingers slide across the damaged ivory block. The harmony is fractured, completely out of tune. The ticking mechanism of the grandfather clock reminds me that the winter will swallow up the June. We try to construct a beautiful, cohesive song, but every single inversion feels slightly out of place. We spend too many seasons pretending nothing was wrong, hiding our deep resentment behind a smiling face. Now the disarray is vibrating through the metallic strings, a painful manifestation of the sorrow that it brings.
Yeah, look at these broken chords, the composition is a disaster. We're trying to patch up the holes in the structural plaster with superficial apologies that don't mean a thing. Wondering what kind of misery this arrangement will bring. I'm used to spitting aggressive rhymes over a solid foundation. Now I'm navigating through a sea of absolute frustration, because the root note is missing, the bass line is distorted. Every single attempt at reconciliation has been aborted. I look at your sheet music, it's torn and scattered around, an accurate representation of the trauma that we found. We allowed our egos to dictate the musical key, destroying the fragile balance of our creative decree.
We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental history. historic fall.
I remember when our synchronization was completely flawless. Before our internal environment became entirely lawless. I was a perfectionist, analyzing every single syllable count, trying to conquer every obstacle that I had to surmount. But sitting next to you on this fractured piano bench, I feel an emotional pain that no amount of liquor can quench. No longer able to hide behind a clever punchline, a gimmick, faced with the reality that I don't want to mimic. We let the dissonance linger, refusing to resolve the chord, realizing that honesty is our only remaining reward. A devastating masterpiece built out of structural decay, watching the final remnants of our paradise wither away.
The candlelight is dying out inside the empty room. The final harmonic extension dissolves into the dark. We are completely surrounded by an atmospheric gloom, unable to ignite a single salvaging creative spark. Our legacy is written in these unresolved tragic notes. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Nothing left but the secrets that we're forced to keep. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Let it break, it's over. Walk away. The canyon of my mind is vast and completely empty. I scream your name, but nothing ever comes back to me. We accumulated wealth and treasures in plenty, but lost the simple essence of our history.
I stand upon the precipice of this dark canyon, looking for a sign, a glimmer or a spark, wishing you were still my comforting companion, to guide me through the terrifying dense dark. The reverberation of our last argument remains etched into the very stone of this abandoned place. Yeah, I hear the echo of our arguments bouncing off the canyon wall, reminding me of every single time I caused your pride to fall. I was too stubborn to admit that I was terrified of losing control, allowing my internal monsters to dig a massive empty hole. Yeah.
Now I'm standing in the clearing, shouting out an apology, trying to reverse the damage of my destructive psychology. The silence that you give me is louder than a gunshot blast, a painful reminder that the good times are firmly in the past.
I try to find the vocabulary to bridge this immense divide, but my ego keeps telling me to bury the truth deep inside.
Yeah, your piano chords are reaching out like a lifeline in the fog, rescuing my spirit from this suffocating swampy bog. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bows, and it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day.
Yeah. Hey, I used to fill the silence with a barrage of rapid words, attacking every instrumental track like a flock of vicious birds. But now I understand the value of leaving a blank space, allowing your melody to completely illuminate the place. You show me that restraint can be a powerful artistic choice, giving more weight and definition to my gravelly voice. We strip away the distortion, the hype and the theatrics, focusing entirely on our emotional and creative matrix.
No longer running away from the quiet moments of reflection, just accepting our flaws without demanding human perfection.
I dropped the microphone on the dusty, worn out floor,
realizing that I don't need to fight this war anymore. The wind is dying down inside this ancient valley. The stars are illuminating the dark, abandoned street. I no longer feel the need to constantly keep score or tally every single mistake or painful historical defeat. Our spirits are finally learning how to gently coexist. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bows, and it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. To shoot,
we stand in peace
beneath the open sky.
Yeah, no more reasons for either of us to lie.
Just listen to the absolute quietness right now.
We finally figured out
the answer somehow, and it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. Nothing left but the truth. Peace out. settling inside this dim cafe. A cigarette is burning down to ash and dust. We watch the golden afternoon dissolve to gray, and left our promises to wither and to rust. I feel the ivory beneath my heavy hands, unlocking memories we tried so hard to hide. Nobody in this crowded room quite understands the silent current pulling us against the tide. You speak in riddles that are tangled in the smoke, a beautiful disaster that I can't forsake.
Yeah, I watch the wisps of gray ascending toward the plaster ceiling, trying to suppress this overwhelming, suffocating feeling. You're hitting chords that resurrect the ghost I thought was buried dead, evoking all the wicked words that everybody else had said. I used to weaponize the dialect, the lyrical assassin, but now I'm sitting in the shadows witnessing your passion. The way your fingers navigate the keys is like a healing ointment, erasing 20 years of anger, stress, and disappointment.
I drop the microphone and listen to the resonance, absorbing every single note to establish my defense against the inner turbulence that threatens to consume my mind, leaving the bitterness and all the heavy armor far behind. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain.
Yeah, I spent my entire youth navigating through a fiery furnace, screaming at the top of my lungs to prove my own earnest. But there's a quiet dignity inside this jazzy atmosphere, where all the paranoia and the static suddenly disappear. You play a major third and alter my entire mood, replacing my aggressive stance with genuine gratitude. No longer chasing validation from a fickle demographic, just chilling in the corner booth, ignoring all the heavy traffic. We orchestrate a masterpiece out of the broken fragments, defying every critic who predicted our collapse in segments. This is the fusion of the pavement and the classical design, a legendary vintage poured into a dirty glass of wine. Oh.
The final ember dies inside the crystal tray. The morning light is whispering across the floor. We threw our heavy, useless armor completely away, and found the strength to walk right through that open door. Your rhyme scheme is a shield that protects my fragile song. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Smoky keys drifting in the air, just let it fade out right here. Perfect. fades across the sky. The day is folding like an old beach chair. I sit on the veranda watching birds fly by in the warm, sticky, late July air. You look out at the landscape deep in your thoughts, a quiet silhouette against the fading glow, counting all the battles that we both fought while the evening river begins to slowly flow. There is a peaceful sadness in this fleeting light, a golden bridge before we step into the night.
Yeah, catching the last rays of the sun on my face, slowing down my thoughts in this specific space. I'm used to the concrete, the shadows, the dark. Now I'm sitting on the deck looking at the state park. The amber dusk is cast in the therapeutic shade, watching how the fierce anxieties of daytime fade. I drop the defensive posture, the cynical attitude, replacing my aggressive drive with genuine gratitude. Your guitar chords are like a warm evening breeze, bringing my chaotic mind completely to its knees. We fuse the pavement perspective with the golden hour, discovering an alternative, sophisticated power.
The daylight is escaping, but we don't feel the panic, embracing a rhythm that is purely organic. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Underneath the amber dusk we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. Yes, the amber dusk will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again.
Yeah, I remember when I thought that life was just a race, screaming at the microphone, maintaining the frantic pace. But looking at the horizon, the orange turning to pink, I finally have the opportunity to sit down and think about the true value of these quiet, peaceful sessions, converting my old anger into honest confessions. No longer chasing after the spotlight or the praise, just lost inside the warmth of these late summer days. We let the tempo drop down to a relaxed stride, allowing all the internal hostility to completely subside. A legendary partnership built on mutual respect, protecting our vulnerability from any negative defect.
The first stars blinking in the purple sky, the crickets are starting their nocturnal tune. We don't need to offer a reason or a why, as long as we can sit beneath the coming moon. Our synchronization is a beautiful golden shield. The daylight is escaping, but we don't feel the panic, embracing a rhythm that is purely organic. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Underneath the amber dusk we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. Yes, the amber dusk will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again. Let it fade, let it fade, let it fade.
Let it fade, let the golden light dissolve away.
Yeah, I'm content with leaving behind the yesterday.
We are safe inside the warmth of this
quiet twilight,
adjusting our focus.
Until the picture is right. Just watch the last bit of orange disappear from the wall.
This melody
is the ultimate answer to our creative call. Underneath the amber dusk we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. Yes, the amber dusk will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again. Amber dusk, amber dusk, amber dusk, turning into night.
Let the darkness come, we're good,
beautiful. The lamps are turned down low inside this secret space. The world outside is frozen in a frantic, bitter cold. I trace the contours of your tired and weathered face, remembering the stories that our younger selves told.
Yeah, we don't need the harsh exposure of the public glare
to validate the deep connection that we secretly share. In this dim lights environment, our spirits can breathe, unraveling the complicated tapestries we weave.
Yeah, your voice is a low rumble,
a comfort to my ears,
washing away the residue of
20 lonely years.
Yeah, step inside the lounge, escape from the paparazzi flash. Tired of the people constantly trying to count my cash. I'm sitting in the corner booth, hidden in the shade, watching how the bright anxieties of the day begin to fade. I appreciate the low wattage of this specific illumination, providing a therapeutic shelter
for my internal frustration.
I used to need the stadium spots to feel like I was alive, screaming into a microphone just to help my ego survive. But in these dim lights, I feel a different type of power grow. Learning the artistic value of a relaxed and steady flow. You Rhodes piano chords are like an emotional insulation, protecting our creative space from external contamination.
The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait.
Yes, the dim lights will
shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies.
Yeah. My perspective is changing when the illumination is reduced, analyzing all the volatile monsters that my brain produced. I spent my whole career standing under a magnifying glass, watching every single mistake being scrutinized by the mass. But sitting across from you in this slow-lit establishment, I feel a deep sense of artistic and spiritual replenishment. No longer needing to perform like an aggressive acrobat, just chilling in a space where the rhythm is smooth and flat. We elevate the dialogue by whispering our deepest thoughts, erasing all the painful lessons that the industry taught. A legendary partnership built out of mutual respect, protecting our vulnerability from any negative defect.
The candle flame is dancing on the dark wooden table. The outside universe is completely locked outside the door. We finally found an anchor that is permanent and stable. We don't need to fight those loud battles anymore. Our synchronization is a beautiful sanctuary in the dark. The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies. Dun, 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 dun.
Honest story we've ever told.
We are invisible now, safe from the crowd,
no longer needing our expressions
to be aggressive or loud. Just listen to the ice melting inside the glass. We survived the storm, the trouble has passed at last. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies. Dim lights until the morning dawn, let the shadows stay. We good peace. The droplets bounce against the window pane tonight. We are completely insulated from the frantic town. The neon sign outside is casting crimson light as all our heavy inhibitions start to drown. I pour a drink and watch the bubbles gently rise. You sit across from me, your notebook on your knees. I see a softer definition in your eyes. Enchanted by the whisper of the autumn breeze. We have no schedule, no deadlines left to meet. Just 20 fingers waiting for the perfect cue.
Yeah, look at the condensation forming on the window glass. Reminds me of the decades that I permitted to pass. In the frantic blur of stadium shows and flashing lights, trading my sanity for lonely, sleepless nights. But in this rainy lounge, the universe is standing still. I don't feel the obligation to deliver a lyrical thrill. I can just lay my thoughts down on a velvet cushion without the industry executives constantly pushing. Your vocal tone is like a warm fireplace in December, igniting embers of a past I actually wanna remember. We drop the tempo down to 60 beats per minute, finding the peaceful quiet solace now that we are in it.
The storm is raging on the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky.
I used to think that peace was just a mythical illusion, a fairy tale designed to hide the psychological confusion. But sitting here with you listening to the thunder rumble, I feel my giant walls of ego start to crack and crumble. You offer me a shelter from my own aggressive history, unraveling the complexity of my internal mystery. No longer weaponizing syllables to cause an injury, just analyzing all the poetry inside your imagery. We elevate the art form by reducing all the volume, writing our thoughts inside a monumental private volume. This is the antidote to all the digital pollution. A classic jazz performance is the ultimate resolution.
The candlelight is flickering against the wooden wall. The storm outside is reaching its dramatic peak. I listen closely to your gentle rhythmic call and find the vocabulary that I used to seek. Our synchronization is completely undeniable and strong. On the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping, stormy sky. Completely different kind of call.
No more running from the ghosts of our past.
Yeah, we built a shelter that is guaranteed to last. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping, stormy sky. Rainy lounge until the morning light.
Keep the storm outside.
We're good, good night. The espresso machine is steaming on the bar, a jolt of lightning in a paper cup. I watch a taxi driving from afar before the daily madness wakes us up. I need this bitter stimulant today to kickstart my lethargic, sleepy mind. We have so many urgent things to say, leaving the heavy drowsiness behind. Your cadence is a hyperactive spark that cuts right through the foggy morning haze.
Yeah. Injection of adrenaline straight into the bloodstream, waking up the monster from a vivid problematic dream. I'm pacing back and forth across the checkered tile floor. My brain is firing signals like an intellectual war. I take a double shot of dark roast, no sugar added. My vocabulary folder is incredibly well padded. I'm spitting syllables in 90 miles per hour flat, but keeping it inside the jazz pocket where you're at. Your staccato piano chords are giving me the blueprint, leaving a permanent, artistic, indelible footprint. We synchronize our energies, a high-octane solution, a countercultural blast against the mental pollution. Yeah, the caffeine is kicking in, accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove. Yeah, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. I used to need a negative emotion to fuel my fire, screaming at the top of my lungs to express my desire. But now I find inspiration in a high-grade bean selection, directing my explosive thoughts in a creative direction. No longer dependent on the chaos of the media attention, just enjoying the organic chemistry of this dimension. You lay the melody down like a track for a bullet train, allowing my fast-paced dialect to thoroughly entertain the purists who thought that hip-hop and jazz couldn't mesh. We keep the arrangement incredibly innovative and fresh, a legendary partnership born in a bohemian venue, offering a sophisticated item on the musical menu.
The morning rush hour is officially peeking outside. The cafe windows are vibrating from the heavy street, but we are completely comfortable taking this wild ride, matching our internal frequencies to the rapid beat.
Our artistic artistic collaboration is an absolute stimulant shot.
The caffeine is kicking and accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. Yeah, an electric current
Rewriting the definition of soul.
We are wide awake, the forecast completely clear,
Delivering the exact performance that the critics feared.
and it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove,
Giving the cynical spectators
giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with the surge of electrical light. Caffeine flow, keeping me awake.
Empty the cup, we out, that's a wrap.
Stained glass reflects the fading evening light. We sit in silence, watching shadows grow. The steam from teacups rises in the night. A bittersweet, sweet melody starts to flow. You hold your secrets hidden in your chest. I read the lines engraved upon your palm. We seek a sanctuary, craving rest within this fragile, temporary calm. Your words are heavy, tumbling like the rain against the window of my lonely heart. We try to find a balm to soothe the pain before our tangled worlds are torn apart.
Yeah, look at these velvet curtains hanging from the ceiling structure, hiding all the fractures from a catastrophic rupture. I'm pacing on the hardwood, staring at the grand piano, trying to decode your vocal range in sweet soprano. But my mind is like a labyrinth of chaotic puzzle pieces. Every time I try to speak, the inattention just increases. I grew up in the concrete, hardened by the winter freezing. Now I'm sitting in this lounge, searching for a valid reason to lay down my old armor, let the rhythm take control, injecting jazz melodies straight into a damaged soul. You strike a minor chord and suddenly my vision clears, washing away 20 years of accumulated fears.
The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collective definitions bloom. All these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony.
Yeah, I I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer foes, screaming at the microphone, delivering the heavy blows. But now I see the power in the whisper, in the sudden pause, analyzing all my flaws without demanding your applause. You got me through the tempo like an angel in disguise, reconstructing all the fragments where the old resentment lies. No more aggressive anthems, just a steady peaceful flow, watching how the embers of a dying fire glow. I drop the heavy baggage that I carried on my spine, blending my aggressive flow with your vintage muscadine. We write a brand new chapter where the past cannot pursue, finding a silver lining in a world of darkest blue.
The clock is ticking backwards on the wall. The outside noise begins to fade away. I listen closely to your rhythmic call and find the courage that I lost today. Your poetry is sharp but beautifully refined, the perfect counterpoint to my design. The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collected definitions bloom. All these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Just let the piano play peace. Just let the piano play peace. White noises drifting through the old speaker box, a transmission from a world we left behind. I feel the vibration through my woolen socks. As the late night frequencies begin to wind, we are like two signals searching for a clear band, lost in the waves of a vast digital ocean, trying to hold on with an unsteadied hand to the remaining fragments of our pure emotion. The needle is skipping on the scratch shellac, a rhythmic reminder that there is no turning back.
Yeah, hear the distortion scratching inside my eardrum, reminds me of the chaotic place that I emerged from. I'm dialing the receiver, trying to find your station, navigating through a sea of absolute frustration. The airwaves are crowded with commercial pollution, but I'm searching for an organic acoustic resolution. I spent my whole career screaming through the microphone capsule, trying to keep my aggressive thoughts under a tight capsule. But the static soul environment is forcing me to listen, watching how the dust motes in the low light glisten. Your piano chords are like a filter that cleans the signal, rescuing my spirit from a reality that's artificial.
We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel.
Yeah, my perspective is changing when the background hiss increases, forcing me to reassemble all my broken psychological pieces. I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer the static, delivering a verbal barrage that was entirely erratic. But sitting in the studio, observing your frequency control, I feel a deep sense of tranquility entering my soul. No longer participating in the modern digital rat race, just enjoying the warmth of this analog restricted space. We let the distortion linger, refusing to sanitize a track, embracing the beauty of every single imperfection and crack. A monumental fusion of the street corner in the lounge room, watching our alternative creative project
suddenly bloom. The radio tower is flashing on the distant hill. The midnight transmission is reaching its final phase. The outside world is completely quiet and still as we emerge from the thick electronic haze. Our synchronization is a permanent, unbreakable wave. We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel. Yeah.
Yeah, the more.
And it's static soul vibrating through the cosmic air. And it's static soul, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel.
Static soul,
Drifting away into space,
pull the plug on the receiver.
we're good peace. The purple tint upon my fragile skin is like a map of where our love went wrong. I try to hide the turbulence within by wrapping it inside this gentle song. We fought with words that left no outward scar, yet left us bleeding on the living room rug. We look at each other from afar, sipping our drinks from a chipped ceramic mug. I do not hold a grudge against your ghost, I only wish we knew how to forgive.
Yeah, look at these marks on our collective reputation, an accurate reflection of our mutual frustration. We collided like two planets in a cosmic accident, leaving behind a trail of absolute predicament. I used to think that being tough meant never showing pain, standing like a soldier in the freezing winter rain. But these soft bruises on my psychological defense are forcing me to analyze the structural expense of keeping up this absolute ridiculous charade while watching all the vibrant colors of our history fade. Your piano notes are like a cool therapeutic compress, relieving all the agony, the panic, and the stress.
We don't need to apologize for being slightly damaged goods. We spent too many winters navigating through the dark woods. Now we sit beneath the amber lamp, accepting every flaw, watching how the frozen block of ice begins to thaw. tell a story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound, lifting our weary spirits off the cold, hard ground. Yes, the soft bruises will eventually start to heal, leaving us with something that is genuinely real.
Yeah, my perspective altered when I stopped trying to retaliate, realizing that revenge is just a useless heavyweight. I spent my whole career delivering the verbal punches, operating on my dark, aggressive animal hunches. But sitting in this coffee house, observing your technique, I see the immense power being vulnerable and meek. No more slamming doors or shattering the glass kitchenware, just an honest assessment of the burdens that we bear. We articulate our trauma through a syncopated rhythm, escaping from our self-created internal prison, a legendary combination of the street and the soul, reassembling the fragments till the vessel is whole.
The morning sun is kissing all the shadows away. The pain is transforming into a beautiful design. We don't have to dwell upon the mistakes of yesterday, as long as your chaotic world can synchronize with mine. Our resilience is a testament to where we belong. To apologize for being slightly damaged goods. We spent too many winters navigating through the dark woods. Now we sit beneath the amber lamp, accepting every flaw, watching how the frozen block of ice begins to thaw. These soft bruises tell a story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound, lifting our weary spirits off the cold, hard ground. Yes, the soft bruises will eventually start to heal, leaving us with something that is genuinely real.
Yeah. Changes,
the pain begins to disappear.
The plain beginning is clear.
We carry our history without any shame.
No more finger pointing, no more playing the game.
These soft bruises tell the story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound, lifting our weary spirits off cold, hard ground. Yes, the soft bruises will eventually start to heal, leaving us with something that is genuinely real.
A beautiful story,
finally told peace. Peace. The lamps are turned down low inside this secret space. The world outside is frozen in a frantic, bitter cold. I trace the contours of your tired and weathered face, remembering the stories that our younger selves told.
We don't need the harsh exposure of the public glare to validate the deep connection that we secretly share.
In this dim lights environment, our spirits can breathe, unraveling the complicated tapestries we weave.
Your voice is a low rumble,
a comfort to my ears, washing away the residue of 20 lonely years.
Yeah. Step inside the lounge, escape from the paparazzi flash. Tired of the people constantly trying to count my cash. I'm sitting in the corner booth, hidden in the shade, watching how the bright anxieties of the day begin to fade. I appreciate the low wattage of this specific illumination, providing a therapeutic shelter for my internal frustration. I used to need the stadium spots to feel like I was alive, screaming into a microphone just to have my ego survive. But in these dim lights, I feel a different type of power grow, learning the artistic value of a relaxed and steady flow. Your roads, piano chords are like an emotional insulation, protecting our creative space from external contamination. The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Oh. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies. My perspective is changing when the illumination is reduced, analyzing all the volatile monsters that my brain produced. I spend my whole career standing under a magnifying glass, watching every single mistake being scrutinized by the mass. But sitting across from you in this low-lit establishment, I feel a deep sense of artistic and spiritual replenishment. No longer needing to perform like an aggressive acrobat, just chilling in the space where the rhythm is smooth and flat. We elevate the dialogue by whispering our deepest thoughts, erasing all the painful lessons that the industry taught. A legendary partnership built out of mutual respect, protecting our vulnerability from any negative defect. The candle flame is dancing on the dark wooden table. The outside universe is completely locked outside the door. We finally found an anchor that is permanent and stable. We don't need to fight those loud battles anymore. Our synchronization is a beautiful sanctuary in the dark. The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lights. Da 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 da. Turn them down lower, let the darkness unfold. Yeah, this is the most honest story we've ever told. We are invisible now, safe from the crowd, no longer needing our expressions to be aggressive or loud. Just listen to the ice melting inside the glass. We survived the storm, the trouble has passed at last. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lights until the morning dawn. But the shadows stay. We could peace.
haze is settling inside this dim cafe. A cigarette is burning down to ash and dust. We watch the golden afternoon dissolve to gray, and left our promises to wither and to rust. I feel the ivory beneath my heavy hands, unlocking memories we tried so hard to hide. Nobody in this crowded room quite understands the silent current pulling us against the tide. You speak in riddles that are tangled in the smoke, a beautiful disaster that I can't forsake.
Yeah, I watch the wisps of gray ascending toward the plaster ceiling, trying to suppress this overwhelming, suffocating feeling. You're hitting chords that resurrect the ghost I thought was buried dead, evoking all the wicked words that everybody else has said. I used to weaponize the dialect, the lyrical assassin, but now I'm sitting in the shadows witnessing your passion. The way your fingers navigate the keys is like a healing ointment, erasing 20 years of anger, stress, and disappointment. I drop the microphone and listen to the resonance, absorbing every single note to establish my defense against the inner turbulence that threatens to consume my mind, leaving the bitterness and all the heavy armor far behind.
We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain.
I spent my entire youth navigating through a fiery furnace, screaming at the top of my lungs to prove my own earnest. But there's a quiet dignity inside this jazzy atmosphere, where all the paranoia and the static suddenly disappear. You play a major third and alter my entire mood, replacing my aggressive stance with genuine gratitude. No longer chasing validation from a fickle demographic, just chilling in a corner booth, ignoring all the heavy traffic. We orchestrate a masterpiece out of the broken fragments, defying every critic who predicted our collapse in segments. This is the fusion of the pavement and the classical design, a legendary vintage poured into a dirty glass of wine. The final ember dies inside the crystal tray. The morning light is whispering across the floor. We threw our heavy, useless armor completely away, and found the strength to walk right through that open door. Your rhyme scheme is a shield that protects my fragile song. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicating mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Stripped of all the superficial weight we used to bear.
Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, or find a way to sanctuary Pretty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through